Yo, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Eli from Elite Collectibles Autographs Memorabilia, back with a new comic book day review and picks of the week for this past Tuesday and Wednesday, which is, what was it, the 28th, right? October 28th. Picked up a bunch of DC, Marvel, a couple of independents. Keep in mind, being everything is kind of slow right now, and money's not coming around. I'm working on a little bit of a budget, so I won't be picking up like every comic book. I'll be picking up whatever keys that I feel are going to be worth something down the line, and mostly stories that I'm really into right now. So, but I'll be giving you guys a little recap of what other what else is coming out and what to get in case I didn't get something. Display today in the background, we have a Todd McFarlane signed Batman Who Laughs figure. We have James Spader signed Ultron, and a little Robert Englund signed Freddy Krueger, keeping it Halloween theme. Hope everybody had a good Halloween. I hope you guys got your candy, you went out trick-or-treating and screw the whole virus thing, and kind of live normally, you know what I mean? So with that said, without further ado, we're going to get into our comics, and this is our stack. So we're going to start off with the Death Metal, #1, Rise of the New God. Continuing on with the Death Metal story. This is pretty much the first appearance of a guy called the Chronicler, right? So I grabbed it because if you guys been reading up on this and keeping tabs on the rumors and stuff that's going on in Marvel, nothing is guaranteed, but there's a lot of hints in here. Okay, so for those of you guys who know, I'm not gonna spoil it. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, and I want to ruin the storylines before you guys go out and get it. But I'm just gonna say it looks like we're getting close to a crossover of some sort, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. I would get it if I were you guys. The Chronicler looks very similar to another character from another universe, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, so I'm sure you guys know, who's ever been keeping up with this, you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's getting good. I wasn't really into it in the beginning, but lately the last few books have gotten me they've gotten me intrigued, and they got me interested, and it's not as good as the first Metal series from like 2 years ago, but it's good. It's definitely enjoyable. So what we got next? We have Spawn number 311. So I grabbed 2 of these, and I actually grabbed a couple from online, and I grabbed a black and white version, a variant, like one of 18 or something like that. Obviously, rest in peace in memory of Chadwick Boseman. Big loss to our world. Jackie Robinson, as he played in Black Panther, and just a ridiculous actor. He was just a beast, man. And shout out to Todd for doing that. These covers are insane. They pretty much flew off the shelf. I got there like 2 hours late, and there was like maybe 7 left, so I grabbed 2 of them, and got a couple more coming. So besides the variant, this is a first appearance of a guy called Red Meat in here. So this storyline's actually pretty cool. It's definitely got me drawn. Spawn kind of gets me and it loses me from time to time, but I'm definitely into it right now. So I'm enjoying it, and definitely love the covers and what they doing with the Chadwick Boseman in memory. Next up, Batgirl number 50. We got a Terry Dodson cover, and I forgot who this cover is. I think that's looks like a Peach Mohawk. I'm not sure. says it on here. It's one of these people. So anyways, Batgirl number 50 is the first appearance of Ryan Wilder. It's an in-story comic depiction of the CW Batgirl, this issue. So apparently, giant size final issue. I don't know who Ryan Wilder is going to wind up being, but I just got it because, you never know. Ryan Wilder might wind up being somebody big down the line, and these issues were flying off the shelf as well, so you never know, Next up, we have Batman Detective Comics number 1029. So we have a Libermejo cover right there, and this is the first appearance of the Mirror. So I read pretty much all the books from this week. The only one I didn't read was the Three Jokers one, because I want to read it all together. I will do a separate video for that one. So I don't know how far this guy's gonna go. The story starts off with him, and then it kind of like goes somewhere else. So, but it is his first appearance. If he winds up being a big character, you definitely want to have that. Libermejo, I mean, come on, the guy is just a beast. You know what I mean? His art's just ridiculous. So, pretty interesting storyline, based on what's been going on from Joker War and Bruce Wayne losing his money and having to move from the mansion, if you guys have been reading up on that. So a lot of interesting things going on, and this guy just shows up out of nowhere, a new villain, and hopefully, for the future's sake and for collector's sake, he winds up being a big guy, a big villain, and it'll be worth something. If not, oh well, we got to lose. So after that, we have the Immortal Hulk number 39. Now this cover is a spoiler alert cover, and if you guys read the last issue, the Devil Hulk showed up. If you look at the cover, you kind of get an idea of what's going on. It doesn't really spoil whatever, but if you're into Immortal Hulk, you know that Al Ewing is a beast of a writer, and his comics are insane. It's definitely a hot series. So might want to grab that. Storyline's great. I love it. I've always loved Immortal Hulk since he's come out. Next up, we have XMen Swords, right? This is chapter 11. It's called Stasis, and it's the first cover appearance of the Sword Bearers of Arico. Now, the Sword Bearers of Arico are, as I've said before in other videos, it's basically like a contest of champions, but with the mutants this time, and they've all had to go and get their swords, and they're going into another world. Now you have, Apocalypse, you have Wolverine, Cable, Storm, etc. And the first 11 issues were amazing. It had me drawn. I was buying them up like every week. So this is the final one of the first chapter, and it leads into what's about to happen in the next month or so. So I believe there's another 11 coming out. Ends off with a bang. It's everybody's kind of getting ready now. They're all set. They have their swords, and the four horsemen. So it's 10 of them. It's 10 mutants, heroes, whatever, against 10 villains, and they all have their own sword. And if you die, you die. And it affects pretty much Krakoa and all that stuff. So definitely looking forward to the next 11 issues of this, man. This storyline's been amazing. Might have to grab a couple of different covers, because they had like 4 or 5 different covers for that. Last but not least, before I get into the real final one, whatever, ShangChi, Alex Ross. Story's great. Might have to grab another one. I think this has like a little rip on it or something. But nonetheless, story's great. Alex Ross, I do believe this is his first cover of ShangChi. If you're into the martial arts of back in the day and the kung fu from like Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock and stuff like that, I believe the guy's name is Gene Lu Wang or Gene Lu Young or something like that. I could open up and look, but I'm just kind of lazy right now. Storytelling is great so far. First 2 issues, amazing. You know, you could kind of see what was going on in this issue. As soon as you started grabbing, you're like, oh man. So now, you know, on to the third one. The third one is going to be like the origin of his father or something like that. It kind of gets more into detail about the ShangChi legend. So enjoying that as well. And finally, the only book I didn't read so far was this one, because I want to read all 3 of them in continuity. And you know, I'll do a separate video on that. I heard it's really good so far. They have like every issue, it's like 3 issues, a book of 3. They have like 7, 8 covers or something like that, and variants and incentives. And also they give out, let me see if I can find this really quick. I don't have it somewhere here. Should. 1 second, guys. Here it is. So with each issue, sorry about that, little tongue twister there. With each issue, they gave out a commemorative card. So you have Joker and Red Hood right there. And then, you know, that's the 3 Jokers thing right there. So I got all 3. The first one was Batman. Next one was Batgirl. And then Red Hood right there. So I got all 3. Display them for that video as soon as I'm done reading that. That's pretty much it for this week. I don't know what's coming out next week. I didn't really look to see, but looks like there's a couple of good books coming out. So I'm going to keep it short because, you know, I don't like to really drag the videos out too much longer. Hope you guys had a good Halloween. I hope you guys got all your candy, and I hope you guys are all safe. And thank you for watching the channel. Don't forget to click subscribe and, you know, hit up the notifications, like, share, comment, whatever. Let me know. Check out our Facebook page if you guys want, at Elite Collectibles, Autographs, and Memorabilia. Also on Instagram, we're at EliteCam72. And pretty much that's it, man. You know, Twitter also, we're on there at EliteCam72. So any questions, any whatever, hit me up, let me know. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one. That's a wrap.